Growing up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality.
Coach, the city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Ready up. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On third down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over first and 10.
180. Drop deep, drop deep. 2 for 1. 2 for 1.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Ric Flair. Value 1.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Got his man, Robbie Anderson.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Ball flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 95 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you can just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Saquon Barkley running right. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
It's a foot race. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
2nd and 5 now. Goff caught by the tight end Ertz. These two teams all tied after 1. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
After the run, Goff going to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run in Sanders. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. from the gun. Jackson. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On second down, it's Sanders. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
We go tonight. 180. 12. Hey, orbit.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Just beating the play clock is gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. He'll buy some time right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, it's Sanders. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look at each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The throw right sideline here is complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
180. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Out of the gun. Gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 44, Jackson. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Final play of the half here is Jackson looking for Shepard. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Another run with Sanders. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on third. Gone. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
On third down, Jackson looking for Shepard deep. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing on second and long. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 42. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 44 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Again, Goff. And Sanders has got it complete. Past the 20. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain of 39 that time. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Alert 3. General West.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Flipping left side, he's got it complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. They'll roll him out right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Goff now looking to throw. It's caught by Sanders. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Stop here, D.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Gone. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Oh, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A first down carry for Barkley. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Switch up.
Play action. It's gone. Sliding out of the pocket. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to loft one deep left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 24. And some room to run now. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pop.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. To throw is Goff. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for Eagles. First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Flushed out right. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Now Goff on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Here's Goff. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead.
Eagles 45, Giants 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king, not a pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milk. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nicki know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Give everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hawk with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson at hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, inside the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Man, on my heart, know I give it all I got. Wanna walk, talk the talk, take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020, yeah. VVS, Clarity, yeah. Determination, laser focus, banging on they know they taking notice, taking notice, taking notice. Determination, laser focus, banging on they know they taking notice.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve for the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash.
How fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant